Guess who is back? Me. I know I said 20. Kinda had to do some stuff though. So welcome back. This is part 2 of part 2. I need to talk to you urgently. Stack deck, 6 p.m., no capes. This is Selena to Bruce. Excuse me. Stack deck. That was a good sign for a bar. Okay. Here I is. Walking around. Look up too.
In the race for the mayor's office, as Harvey Dent backer Bruce Wayne comes under fire for alleged corruption. Joining me live is Mayor Hamilton Hill. Mr. Mayor, you said earlier today that in light of the allegations against him, Bruce Wayne should distance himself from Dent, but that was unlikely to happen. Why?
He strikes me as a jealous sort, very possessive of his toys. Keep a low profile.
Alright. Jukebox.
Oh, tunes for drinking, dancing, and fighting. Not necessarily in that order.
Bartender.
Here?
You lost? Because I don't have time for tourists. Looks like you
Selena Kyle around, flash some cash, and look for someone.
You know Selena Kyle, there are men after her.
When aren't there?
Well, these ones are trying to kill her.
Hey, don't I know you? It is you. Knew it. The cops take all your fancy clothes? Are you trying to lay low?
I'll buy you around, pleased to meet you. Step back.
You're the low-lying type.
Say pleased to meet you. Stay on the good side.
Frank. Yeah. Funny seeing you here. So much in the papers. Whole other thing, meeting the man in real life. You're shorter than I thought you would be.
Leave him alone, Frank. Man's just trying to have a quiet drink.
He didn't seem to mind the company.
Whatever.
Whatever. Hey, Kyle.
Selena, I need to tell you something
Coil.
important.
Better be an apology. We were supposed to take care of our mutual problem. Instead, you just pissed
Sorry
it
about
off.
that. You're in serious danger. Now it's our mutual problem.
Well, I've met a couple of his goons myself. Your client isn't one for subtlety. The man who hired you, his name is Oswald Cobblepot.
Never heard of him.
He goes by Penguin.
Penguin. Shit. You've got to be kidding me. You should have just killed me on that rooftop. I'm dead anyway. When you screw someone over, you really screw. The Penguin.
I'll take care of it for you. We'll fight this together. I didn't screw you over.
Penguin
Together.
can't take our buildings, and I'm not going anywhere. Clearly you know something about him.
I only know him by reputation. I'm surprised you never heard of him. He's a big deal across the pond.
I've heard of him.
He's more dangerous.
There's nobody I can take him. We grew up together.
I grew up with Oz. He's the first real friend I ever had.
I'm not surprised. Questionable morals and a penchant for theatrics. You two have a lot in common. The question is, why Gotham? Why now?
Why not?
It's not like he's hurting for crimes.
It's the drugs from Falcone to take over Falcone's turf and start a revolution.
He thinks he's changing the world for the better, no matter the cost.
Well, he's no Joan of Arc, that's for sure. Well, I'm not sticking
Yeah, she was
around
crazy.
to find out.
Oswald, Penguin is about to unleash God knows what on the city. You can't just leave.
A good reason not to be here when he does. You want to stay?
He'll find you. I need your
That's
help.
your choice.
You let people die. He'll probably
If
find
he
you.
knows everything you say, there's no tree high enough for you to climb. He will find you.
So what are you suggesting? The bat helps the cat.
And the cat helps the bat.
Bruce, sweetie, the gallant knight thing, it really is adorable. But what would Harvey think? The two of us working together. I'm not really an all work and no play kind of girl. Harvey knows
This isn't
that.
about Harvey. He doesn't need to know. I thought you were dating.
You and Harvey, it's pretty clear you aren't just friends.
Please, I'm just toying with him.
Ugh.
I only take my claws out for someone special. You and I.
Uh-oh. Looks like some trouble askers.
Well, Bruce, you were right.
Slater Kyle, Penguin says Allah.
Yeah, I don't like the look.
Beat it. We're here for her.
Oh, I'm about to beat something.
You care
You should
about your own
leave. Let's
skin?
work this out. Punch him.
Go get the hell out.
Punch him. Boom, 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 boom. Dang. Impressive. Yoink. Boink. Yoink. It's a lot harder to do. Oops. Yeah. Bar fight, baby. You. Boom. Sound effect. And throw. Or do that.
Not done yet.
Man, these guys are resilient. Dunk. Sound effect. And sound effect.
I think they want more.
Well,
Let's give it to him.
sound effect. Sound effect. Don't forget sound effect. Don't leave behind sound effect. How could you forget the sound effect? Not the sound effect. Anything but the sound effect. Sound effect. Yeah, we've saved the sound effect. Oh, he's back. Here comes the sound effect. Sound effect. Boom. Dang.
You fight pretty good for such a pretty boy.
Ooh, well, good. Okay, check pockets. God, his hands are huge. Or I guess the phones were just very small back then. In the year, whatever, this came out. 2013, I think, maybe? 2015?
Quick, check the alleyway.
I don't know. Quick, check the alleyway.
Let's check the other side.
Very slowly. Don't check the alleyway.
Are we alone?
We're alone.
What would Batman do? Well, I think Batman would kiss her and then immediately regret it.
Let's get out of here.
Okay.
I'll take the rooftops. You take the alley.
Wait.
Stay out of trouble. Will I see you again? Are we in this together?
Just stay out of trouble.
Now, where's the fun in that?
Mm.
You shouldn't trust me, you know.
I don't, actually. Believe it or not.
Alfred, I'm uploading the contents of a smartphone to the back computer. Check to see if there's anything on the phone we can use.
B.
Processing it now. Is everything all right? There are quite a few police cars convening on your location.
It's fine. Has the back computer found anything yet?
Bruce, there are a number of messages here. Mayor Hill.
Mayor Hill?
The last voicemail is his. Listen,
Telling you, it's gotta be Hill.
I gave you everything I have on Wayne. I've held up my end of the bargain, and I expect you to do the same.
this is very shady.
Hill's working with them. They're coming after me. Find anything else.
It doesn't sound good.
I should have guessed. What else is on there?
Looks like they were in contact many times.
If Hill's talking to Penguin, he must know something. It's time I paid him a visit.
I agree. The mayor must have answers, but if I may offer a word of advice, you look up to Batman after how you handled Falcone. Terrorizing the mayor could damage that goodwill.
Yeah.
Batman's presence will certainly get him talking immediately. Bruce would have to depend on his guile to loosen Hill's lips.
What would Batman do? That's probably what I try to think about when making decisions like this.
Going as Batman is the sure bet.
I guess. I figure Batman really doesn't ever care that much about, you know. Ugh. Oh god. Ugh. His public image. Okay.
Batman has the public trust after taking down Falcone. Try not to throw it away by going overboard on Hill. Battering the mayor is not a good option, despite his more than checkered reputation.
The city will thank me later if Hill tells me Penguin's plans.
Denver, you incompetent. Dent's up in the polls. I need to crucify him in the debate or we can kiss re-election and your job goodbye. You'd better be back here in the next 15 minutes.
Sorry, I'm also
Who's there?
doing some jams over here.
Deborah. Is that you?
Shut up and listen, we need to talk.
You know who I am. It's time we finally met.
Ah! Batman? What are you doing here?
You know who Penguin is.
So I've heard of him. So what? I've got nothing to do with that lowlife.
Don't lie to me. You trying to start talking. You want to do this the hard way?
You think people will still vote for you when you've got no teeth left?
I gave you everything I have on Wayne. I've held up my end of the bargain, and I expect you to do the same. Wayne, there's the real problem. He's the one you should be after. Every fiber of his being.
What proof do you have
filled with
Bruce Wayne is innocent? Is that what you told the Penguin?
Nice try, but Bruce Wayne is clean.
No one born into a pile of crap that deep can come out clean. firsthand the atrocities of his family, and he's the one who profited.
Did you know?
Security! Pick up, goddammit! Security! I'm being assaulted!
Oh yeah. Now you're being assaulted.
Don't kill me!
Why do we deal with Penguin? No one keeps secrets from me. Talk or I'll drop you.
You can't keep secrets from me. I always find the truth.
What the hell are you talking about? Penguin wants revenge for what happened to his mother. Thomas Wayne sent her to Arkham, along with who knows how many other innocents. Nothing was wrong with any of them.
That's impossible. Do you have proof? Thomas Wayne wouldn't do that.
Something this big couldn't have been hidden. There'd be records.
With enough money, you can make anything or anyone disappear. I didn't dare speak up. Whatever happened in the past, it's nothing compared to what's happening now. Penguin isn't the only child of Arkham. There are others whose families were destroyed by Wayne. They'll make Gotham pay for his sins.
No, not on my watch. Tell it to the police. They'll come for you too.
Don't.
You can tell your story to the police. See what they think about it.
If I hadn't given Penguin what he wanted, he would have struck at the debate tonight. I didn't just do this for myself. I'm trying to protect Gotham.
No, yeah.
Finally, about damn time. It's Batman! Shoot him!
Why would you do that? Oh, sorry, I was not paying attention at all. I think I did the thing. Okay.
About damn time. It's Batman! Shoot him! Come on, get the mayor out of here!
No, I'm good. Bullets, it's a little ridiculous that bullets can just one shot kill him.
I heard everything, Master Bruce. What he said about your father, it must be difficult to process.
I need to know what went on in Arkham Asylum.
Indeed, I'm just as frustrated as you are.
Hill seems to think he's safe.
Oh, my
Penguin's
cape
still
is
out there.
going. This is an old game. I don't know if you can tell. Dang loading screens. Ah, got my back. Okay. Let's see what we got to do to get down to business.
I wonder what else is on here.
Probably plenty. Punk, chunk.
As per your request, Lieutenant Gordon has tripled security at the debate.
Thanks, Alfred.
But Gordon heard about Batman's surprise visit to the mayor. He was far from happy.
Thanks for the heads up.
It's a plan of the old Monarch Theatre.
Huh.
The auditorium where the debate's being held. I hacked into the image feeds from the security cameras at the auditorium.
Just to be safe.
Just to be safe.
Cool.
Hills, details about your father. They must have been quite upsetting. I can't imagine how he
It was hard to hear. I'm dealing with it. That doesn't matter
so
now.
much in so little time.
None of that matters now. The only thing that does is stopping Oz.
The city needs you now more than ever. I'll leave you to it then.
Yeah. Codex time. Ta-da. Okay. Ooh, hang on. The more I hear about my father's life, the worse it gets. It's bad enough he had business connections to the likes of Falcone. Mayor Hill eluded him, sending innocent people to Arkham Asylum. I need to know more about what happened there. After all these years, Alfred revealed things to me about my parents I'd never heard of before. How my father engaged in corrupt business dealings with Carmine Falcone and Mayor Hill. He claims he kept this all from me for my own protection. Whatever his reasons, I still have questions that demand answers. Thankful that Harvey was able to pull strings to get me access to Falcone despite what happened. I may not have gotten everything I wanted from the mob boss, but at least Falcone is no longer around to poison Harvey's mayoral campaign. Hamilton Hill. Alexander Hamilton. The Batman paid the mayor a visit. He folded like I knew he would, but what he revealed is troubling. He confirmed that my father was indeed involved in the corruption from years ago, locking innocent people away in Arkham Asylum. He even put away Oswald's mother. Yikes. I rushed to warn Selena that Penguin was coming after her and ended up trying to kiss her. She's a criminal by trade, and I should keep my distance. Yet I can't seem to help myself. We both have to be careful, though. Penguin is dangerous, and he won't hesitate to exploit our personal connection if he discovers it. Yeah. Well, whatever. It was literally what Batman would have done. He was getting really mad at himself. Carmine Falcone and Mayor Hill are the root of that corruption. They claim my family is involved too, but that can't be true. Carmine Falcone implicated my family in his corrupt business dealings with Mayor Hill. It's got to be a lie. The spot where my parents were assassinated. The alley across from the Monarch Theater is the place my childhood ended and the rest of my life began, violently. Despite the fact that I installed a plaque there to honor them, I've made sure the alley has looked the same as the night my parents were shot. Why should I attempt to erase what can never be forgotten? Instead, I need to understand why they died. Oh, someone felt like it. I introduced Penguin to the Bat, not surprised he would be a fan. As strange as that might seem, the Penguin is obviously working on some bigger plan, but Selena is the one in immediate danger. After what happened with Falcone, I don't intend to underestimate him again. After what happened inside GCPD's own headquarters, it's apparent that Gordon and his department are going to need all the help they can get. Whoever drugged Montoya and got her to kill Falcone did it right under the lieutenant's nose. He may be disdainful of Bruce Wayne, but he needs Batman now more than ever. Vale is relentless, and she definitely has a nose for news. She was at the station before I could get myself out of there. I didn't give her anything, but I'm guessing she will put the pieces together before too long. Falcone's gone, killed by a police officer's bullet. However, his fate doesn't make my life any easier. His criminal influence over Gotham may be over, but I still don't have the answers I wanted from him. He manipulated others for years, but in the end, he became the victim of someone else's manipulations. Name Montoya. Jim Gordon says she's a good cop. True blue. Okay. True blue were his words. Yet someone got her to murder Carmine Falcone in cold blood, turning her into a pawn to further a mysterious revolution. Unless I figure out who's really behind the killing and why, she'll unfairly take the fall. Dang. Someone has to stop Falcone. And I did. Whoa, really? Okay. Gothamites have been patiently waiting for mob boss Carmine Falcone's incarceration for decades. For some, that patience is wearing thin. The police can't touch him. God won't strike him down, and I'm paying a fortune in taxes for what? Said downtown shopkeeper Samuel Slater. So when a local television station aired dramatic footage of the Batman incapacitating Falcone, only to be driven away in a hail of police gunfire, some wondered if the police shouldn't be thinking Batman instead. As far as I'm concerned, I let the Batman do what the courts and the police can't, Slater commented. This frustration is well justified, having filed an extortion complaint against Falcone over a decade ago. His complaint was dismissed for lack of evidence, and Falcone again walked free. Police raid Wayne properties. Gotham City police carried out a massive raid on multiple properties connected to billionaire Bruce Wayne yesterday, including Wayne's multi-million-dollar mansion in Bristol County. According to a source close to the investigation, GCPD was acting on a warrant to seize assets and files related to Wayne Enterprises. The company has recently come under scrutiny after possible mob connections and other corruption charges recently came to light. Oh God, burps. Wayne Enterprises chairwoman Regina Zelbach strongly disputed the allegations in a statement, telling the Gazette, "Wayne Enterprises is happy to cooperate with authorities in this matter. We have every confidence they will find no evidence of wrongdoing." Latest polls show Denton Hill tied. New poll numbers find incumbent Mayor Hamilton and challenger Gotham District Attorney Harvey Dent locked in a statistical dead heat as the race for Gotham City mayor heads into its final weeks. Both men hope their upcoming televised debate, to be held at Wayne Memorial Auditorium, will be the event that gives one of them a lock on voters' hearts and minds. Experts find the latest poll result surprising, considering the deep well of resentment many voters have against Mayor Hill and the vast resources Dent commands. They suggest it points to possible overconfidence on the part of the Dent campaign when assessing Hill's perceived weakness. Dogs shoot at suspected escape. Suspect keeps good. The main suspect in horrific Docks massacre is missing, according to a spokesperson for the GCPD. The man, whose identity is still unknown at this time, escaped from the back of a police van shortly after being taken into custody at the Gotham docks. He is suspected of being one of the gunmen at a brutal shootout that resulted in multiple casualties, including several GCPD officers. Police are still seeking answers, but a source close to the investigation says the brutal nature of the crime has made it particularly difficult for the officers assigned to it. Falcone murdered in police custody. Carmine Falcone, the notorious Gotham City crime boss, has been killed while in police custody. Reports say Falcone died from injuries sustained in a shooting that took place inside GCPD's downtown headquarters this morning. The identity of the killer or killers is still unknown, and no one in the apartment is talking. Attorney Gatti, Falcone's attorney, told the Gazette, "There's a conspiracy of silence, and we're going to sue everyone until someone starts talking." Falcone has been in police custody less than 24 hours when he died. He was apprehended by the masked vigilante Batman the night before. Trust is Gothamites' biggest concern. Okay. The results of a survey of Gazette readers reveals a widespread distrust in the institutions that support Gotham City, from the mayor's office all the way down to the street sweepers. Taken as a whole, it shows a city gripped by paranoia and fear. 9 out of 10 residents describe Gotham as unsafe or dangerous. 7 out of 10 said major changes needed to happen soon, or they would move away, even if it meant unemployment or other hardships. Interestingly, Batman appeared to evenly divide readership, with half of respondents saying he made the city more secure, and the other half saying he made it less secure. Gotham after Falcone, who do we want to be? By some dude. What was that? When people talk about Gotham City, they talk about crime, and for the past 5 decades, crime in Gotham City had a name. Carmine Falcone. His criminal empire is rumored to be worth millions, and whispers of his influence are heard throughout the police department, city hall, and beyond. So what happens when the man behind the myth finally shuffles off his mortal coil? Without Carmine Falcone, what is crime in Gotham City? Furthermore, if our great city's single defining characteristic is called into question, then what defines us? If we are no longer shackled to the blight of organized crime, then who are we? To the citizens of Gotham City, if we have the opportunity to reinvent ourselves, who do we want to be? That was a lot. Okay, security cameras. Alright.
Wait a minute. The images on these cameras haven't changed. Something's wrong.
Penguin's men may have commandeered the cameras on their end. We could just be looking at
What they want us to see. Warn Gord that he may have visitors. I have to get down there. Now.
Alright.
Harvey needs to get out of there.
Okay.
Hey, Bruce. I'm glad you called. I needed to talk to you, actually. Something's come up.
You're alright, you're in danger, don't go to the debate.
Well, it's not
Harvey, listen to me. Your life is in danger.
because of Penguin and his thugs.
Thanks, but there is an army of security here. They have me in some back room until the debate begins.
For my own protection, they said. A little bit of overkill, if you ask me.
It's not overkill, Harvey. It's a real...
Please.
I need to get this off my chest.
Look.
Bruce, I didn't want to do this over the phone, but
My advisors are telling me that I need to distance myself from you. Until all this mess with your
That
family
hurts, I don't care, I understand.
I get it. It's the smart move, but let's talk about that later.
I'm glad you see it that way.
and what with the allegations in the press and now this mess with Falcone, you're a liability.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, Bruce.
Without your money,
I am dead in the water. I know this is a delicate topic, but I need you to keep me afloat.
I may have to trash you in public. But you and me...
You got some
we know
nerve.
the
As
truth
long
about
as you
the
win, that
friendship.
doesn't matter now.
Forget your campaign for a minute. The money won't matter if you're dead.
Yeah, well, until I am...
It is still my primary concern.
Listen, I hate to push you,
But I need to know, can I count on your money, Bruce?
whatever it takes to save
course.
Gotham.
I'll always support you, Harvey.
Oh, thank you, Bruce. Thank you. You don't know how much this means to me. To Gotham. I'm sorry, Bruce. The makeup person is here. Guess she needs to put on my face.
I hope you can still watch the debate somewhere. No matter what I have to say tonight, remember.
You are always my friend.
Harvey!
That's not good.
Yeah, all quiet so far. I've got a feeling that's about to change.
Just so we're clear, you and me, we're on shaky ground.
Jim, listen.
No, listen to me. The excessive violence, it can't go on. Most of the GCPD...
I do whatever it takes. You're in a difficult spot. At least I'm on your side.
I do what the police can't. I get the job done. Don't give me the report so I can do my job.
Fine. Just do it without splitting anyone in half.
We have bigger things to worry about right now. Your security has been compromised.
I've got patrols on every door.
You better check on them.
I'd keep that holstered if I were you.
What's she doing here? She was part of that robbery.
That's not important. We're all on the same side. I trust
You're
her.
gonna drag out that
break-in isn't important. Protecting the debate is.
You should be thrilled. You're getting a twofer.
Double the trouble from the looks of it. This better not come back to bite me. Alpha Patrol, come in.
That, incident in the bar. Dead is its own kind of cage. I can't stand being in it. Not that I needed your help or anything, but you had my back. I thought I'd repay the favor. You know, like you scratched.
You don't owe me. This is no bar fight. There's hope for you yet.
Doing the right thing. Maybe there's hope for you yet.
Don't read too much into it. I'm just allergic to owing you anything.
None of my men on the ground are responding.
Enough waiting. We're going in.
Alpha, do you read?
Now, aren't you glad I'm here?
Well, you have a better shot than my SWAT team of getting in there quietly. We are seriously underfunded at the GCPD.
Sounds like a vote for dead, Lieutenant.
Ooh, that's disorienting. You hear like the same echo like 3 different times. Oof.
We know why they weren't responding.
Gross.
Gordon, we found one of your patrols. They've been terminated.
As you might have guessed, there's been a change to tonight's program. First order
Program.
of business. Firing the moderator.
I hate to be a downer, but these hostages, I don't like their chances.
No one else dies. Don't get distracted. This is going to be messy.
Don't think about the odds or you'll make mistakes. You have to stay focused.
Speak for yourself, Batman.
You two, get out here. Keep it quiet back there.
These guys are armed to the teeth.